he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game.
Everyone to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there. And they're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Let's go now. Let's convert. Shit. White. Sonny.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Winston. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Winston keeps it himself, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston to throw it this time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
He'd have
downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
On 3rd down, Winston. Flush to his right. Down man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Switch to the 8.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Breaks through the contact.
They've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's coming now.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go, interception. Hey, let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Let's go, let's convert. Green, triple C. Hey, five oh. Green, triple C.
First down, Winston. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Follow.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1-8. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. 46. 26.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott now, flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
The Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Get out, get out.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12. Too little.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 46. Wide. Get wide. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
47.
Final play of the half. Prescott, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, Elliott. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Tough first half of touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's coming now.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Noah Spence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Let's go now. Easy. Sonic. Check it out. Check. Let's convert.
A give to Jones. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Jameis now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now he's forced out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
46, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80 number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. The give is to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Easy, easy, easy. Hey, stop. Let's go. Sonic.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Jones, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Let's go, let's convert. Let's go, let's convert. 5-0.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
26.
Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Throw left side complete. It's Little. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Check. Lucky. Hey, here we go. 180. Check, 55, Mike. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
Hey, 47. 47. Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.